but have clinched a play-in barely, the 10 seed in the West. But Steph Curry expected back tonight against the Rockets after missing the previous 27 games with a right knee injury. Here is Curry speaking on the return.
Feels great. It's been a long process, longer than I thought, but I'm just happy to have a little clarity and a little window to get back out there and try to get to the level I was playing at and finish the year strong. So I'm excited. Every day I wake up, first thing you think about is how does it feel. So that unpredictability was definitely a struggle throughout the whole process, and even still now, because as good as I do feel now, I hope it stays that way. It's just a matter of, getting out there and seeing.
We're going to see tonight against the Rockets. Right now, you are seeing NBA reporter Tim McMahon on your screen. Tim, good morning. Howdy to you. What do you think the goal is with Steph returning to this lineup with 5 games left in the regular season?
Howdy, partners. The goal for the rest of the regular season is to chip off rust, try to establish some sort of a rhythm after sitting out basically a third of the season, obviously hoping that knee doesn't act up on him again, that he's not dealing with soreness, with inflammation. And then the goal for the Golden State Warriors is real simple: win 2 play-in games. The Warriors understand they're going to be in the 9-10 playoff or play-in game. This is not where they wanted to be, but this is the reality of the situation, and there's not an opportunity to move up. So they're going to have to win 2 play-in games to earn the right to play the top seed, very likely the defending champion, Oklahoma City Thunder, in the first round of the playoffs.
They have the Rockets, they have the Kings twice, the Lakers, and the Clippers. So not necessarily an easy last 5 games. Let's talk about the Lakers right now. Back-to-back massive blows to their roster. First, Luka with the hamstring. Now, Austin Reaves with an oblique injury. How do you see the Lakers now, the 3rd seed in the West, getting through the regular season into the playoffs?
I mean, what a massive just blow to the Lakers after a spectacular March where, they go 15-2, and Luka Doncic is lighting the league on fire. They've got this clearly established pecking order. Everything's fallen in place with LeBron James and this less is more number 3 option. Well, breaking news, LeBron James is the Lakers' primary option again at the age of 41 and is likely going to have to be through the first round of playoffs. These are 4 to 6 week type of injuries. So, the Luka Doncic Reaves are very unlikely to be ready for the start of the first round, maybe not at all in the first round. And the Lakers are going to have to fight just to hold on to the 3 seed. The one glimmer of good news I can give the Lakers, they're playing the Mavericks this evening, and they finish the season with the Utah Jazz. So they do have a couple of layups on the rest of the schedule, but how exactly they put the pieces together to be able to win a first-round series is unclear and quite a challenge for J.J. Redick and company. 5
games left in the regular season. As it sits right now, the 3-seed Lakers would match up in the first round with the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's Tim McMahon joining us this morning on SportsCenter with the latest of the goings-on in the Western Conference. Tim, much appreciated.
There's big news out of the NBA. It is getting ugly between the Bucks and Giannis. Giannis says he wants to play. The Bucks say he's not ready, and the NBA is now investigating the handling of the player participation policy and what they're considering inconsistent statements regarding the health of Giannis. Now, already they've talked to Giannis, they've talked to the Bucks, and they've talked to team doctors. Giannis last played March the 15th. He's only played 36 games this season, but he's been inactive the last 10 with left knee issues. And at this point, Giannis is calling them issues. Now, he spoke to reporters before the Bucks played the Celtics in Milwaukee. And if we're being honest, he kind of went off. I'm saying it publicly. I want to play. He went on to say that
The part about all this is I'm in the middle and I have nothing to do with it. Coaches don't decide any of this. But the problem with our league is the coaches are the ones sitting out front, and we have to sit here and answer this stuff. And I think there are 2 sides to this. I will tell you that. But I don't want to get too involved in it. I decided long ago that's not for me to get involved in the rest of this stuff. I don't like it, though. I don't. I just don't like that this is so public, and it shouldn't be. This is a grown man's game, and it should be handled that way by everybody. And so I don't like when it's he said, she said stuff. It's not good. And so just from that seat, the fact that I have to sit up here and keep addressing it, it bothers me. And we need to do something about it.
Anyone else feel like Doc just made it 3 sides to the story? You have to remember, this is not a new situation for Giannis and the Bucks. He got hurt in December, and at the time, Shams reported that the Bucks had opened discussions about Giannis's future. But that also goes back to August, when they were having conversations about his future with the team. He also re-injured his calf, and there were talks at the trade deadline. The trade deadline passed, and Giannis stayed in Milwaukee. Then 2 weeks ago, Shams reported that the Bucks went to Giannis saying, hey, maybe we should shut you down for this season. And Giannis said no. But now we have the NBA investigation into all of that. Also keep in mind, he missed a career-high 41 games this season, in part to those 2 extended absences with the calf strains.
All right, now to the NBA, where Luka Doncic will be sidelined through at least the end of the regular season after an MRI revealed a grade 2 hamstring injury. The Lakers did not say, though, if he could return for the playoffs. Luka was putting together an MVP-caliber season. He's yet to reach the 65-game threshold needed to win postseason awards, though. His agent, Bill Duffy, plans to challenge, according to Shams. All right, so now joined by ESPN NBA reporter Dave McMenamin. And Dave, we've seen the reaction of Laker fans through social media once this news came out. But what about Luka and the Lakers themselves?
Yeah, Michael, a source close to Luka tells me that obviously he's upset that he can't be out there with his teammates during this crucial stretch of the season, but he's, quote, laser focused on his recovery. Now, another team source told me, quote, hopefully we can have other guys step up. And yet another team source pointed to the timing of this injury as, of course, it's a tough thing to swallow right now, but it could be worse. They have these 5 remaining games of regular season to tinker with their lineups. Plus, they're going to get a full week of practice during the play-in tournament as that goes on, because the Lakers have already qualified for a playoff spot outright. And they're beginning that process of tinkering with the lineup as soon as possible. Tomorrow in Dallas on Saturday, they're going to have a rare practice. I can't remember last time this team had a road practice on a road trip. They're going to, get under the hood and see what they can do on the court as they prep for this stretch without Luka.
I think it's funny that we're talking about this team like other guys will step up, but one of their other guys is actually LeBron. But the thing that we've talked about as the Lakers have been doing more and more and better is the fact that LeBron has sort of embraced this new role, not being the first option, but more the third option. So now that he has to go back sort of into the old role at the age of, again, 41, how does this sort of affect him moving forward?
Yeah, Nicole, the last 2 weeks, LeBron's averaged, for him, pedestrian numbers. 15.5 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 46% from the field, 25% from 3. But that was okay because the team was winning. Now, without Luka, we're going to see what is required of him. I asked him straight up in the locker room in OKC, what will it take for you to adjust your role again? And he said, I'm not sure what the role that will be asked of me in this interim. But if he is asked to do something different, he said, obviously that will be an adjustment, but I'm willing to meet it. But, it will take some more LeBron, but I don't think we're going to turn back the clock and get LeBron James of 10 years ago. I think you're going to see more Austin Reaves in this moment, and certainly the other role players, get some more shots up Luke Kennard. Let's keep throwing lobs to Jackson Hayes and DeAndre Ayton. They're going to need this to be a committee that get them through the stretch without an MVP candidate in Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron has played well, even though the numbers have been pedestrian, as you said. I mean, a couple triple-doubles in there, but what can we get going forward at this point of the season? Dave